Well, me and Tammy's ride today, we had a good ride. My intention was to go up to Montpelier Reservoir and check that out. I hadn't ever been there and see where the roads lead to there, and I'm going to go back there and take them roads on another day. So Tammy, what else did we do?
Well, we were driving by the Oregon Trail Museum and it was open. We have stopped there so many times and it's never been open. So we had to go and turn around and go back, and that was so cool. The people are in costume. They take you on a guided tour of the building, and they've got some really cool things in there. It's well worth the stop. After that, we went to the Butch Cassidy Museum, and that was also rather interesting. And then we stopped at the Burn Cemetery, and I have family that are from there that are buried there, so that was really nice to see. So it was a good day.
So come and go for a ride with us. Let's go. Well, good morning. It is 6/4/22 today on a Saturday. Me and Tammy are just headed for a little ride. We are just going through, I guess, Mink Creek right now, getting ready to head up Immigration Canyon. I've been wanting to go up to Montpelier Reservoir, just to kind of, I've never been there. I want to do it more to see if there's any roads up there that I can take, and maybe later in the year. But pulling it up on X off-road this morning, it kind of looks like it might just be trailheads for, you know, hikers, bikers, and horses. But we wanted to go for a little ride today, so we thought we'd head up this way and just go from there. So come and ride along with us for a minute. Tammy, anything to add?
I'm just along for the ride.
All right. And everything is still nice and pretty and green up here too. Little monument here of Snowslide Canyon. Another monument here that is called Camp Give Out. Tammy's reading that information on it, so we'll try to get some of that on here for you. Well, I'm gonna probably turn around at this point up here, and I'm definitely want to come back when I feel like I've got more time to explore this road up ahead of us a little bit, because at this point it's a really nice road and I'd like to see where it might come out. So we'll have to plan another day when we can take more time to explore this area a little bit more. And right now we've got water on both sides going across here right now. I'll have to come back up now and see in the fall how low this gets. Well, I'll just give you a little roadside view of what we're seeing along this reservoir as we're driving back out of it. Well, don't know how good you'll be able to see this guy in his little boat or pontoon. I can't really tell what it is down there, and that he's out there fishing. Oh, it looks like he's just in one of them little paddle pontoon boats. He picked a good day for it. It's just overcast enough that you're not going to get burnt sitting out there. Well, just stopped here at the National Oregon California Trail Center. Every time we've tried to stop here before, it has always been closed. And this is the gift shop in here. And this is our tour guide right here. He is authentic.
All the art in our art gallery, Mr. Gary Stone. And it is the only art here in the center you can physically touch. It is painted on cedar, so you can still see and feel the grain of the wood. Now, in all of his art, Mr. Stone loves to play Where's Waldo. He hides objects. In this mural are hidden cowboys, Indians, his wife's name, Bev, B-E-V, animal faces, and the names of our Trail Center donors. Now in the gallery, there's a painting that Mr. Stone did of himself shooting and killing a 6 to 6.5 foot rattlesnake. He really did that. He dried out the skin and the rattles and placed them in the painting, so you can see and feel that snake skin, and here are the rattles. Now, two quick facts. Between 1840 and 1869, over 450,000 immigrants traveled the Oregon Trail. Fact two, 18 to 20% of them do not make it. And that is why the Oregon Trail is nicknamed a 2,000-mile graveyard. Because if you pass away on the trail, you are simply buried on the side of the trail or underneath it, and your friends and family continue on. So, after hearing these facts, if you still want to go to Oregon, follow me. They are real working firearms, and I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable or nervous by handling them. Two, they are antiques. I don't want to break something that my paycheck doesn't cover. Now, these rifles are muzzle loaders. If you're very, very, very good with your rifle, you might get off 3 shots in 1 minute. It takes time for the buffalo sacred. So when they kill one, they use every part of it. They will use the hide, the meat, the bone, the sinew, the bladder. You're going to walk most of these 2,000 miles because you're going to have everything you need to start over in Oregon packed into this wagon. Also, these wagons do not have anything known as a shock absorber. So as you go down the trail, every rock, every hole, every rut, every bump you hit, this whole wagon bounces. They're not comfortable. Deal for general store. Or if you want to think about it, Walmart, 1852. Because this is where you get practically everything. Beans, rice, corn, flour, salt, sugar, coffee, and especially medicine. Now, one of the medicines that we carry on the trail is a very powerful but very addictive painkiller and sedative. It is called laudanum. The purple bottle represents the laudanum.
Horseshoe.
Okay, so this is a horseshoe. How about this one?
Oxen Shoes.
So this is a workhorse, draft horse, or Clydesdale shoe. And then how about this one?
For a mule.
So mule or donkey. And these.
The oxen.
So these ones are your oxen shoes. They have cloven hooves, that's why there's 2 of them. Now these ones are fairly worn. They're normally about 1/4 of an inch thick. And you're welcome to take a look at her last piece of salt pork. Well, she heard a little bit of rustling over in the bushes, so she looks over there, doesn't see anything, so she just thinks it's a young'un picking them huckleberries. So she comes back over to her wagon and starts doing whatever she was doing. Well, pretty soon this rustling just keeps getting louder and louder. So she looks over there again, and there's a big black bear with its nose stuck up in the air, smelling her last piece of salt pork. Now back where she grew up, they told her that you make as much noise as you possibly can when you see a bear. So she took her frying pan against the metal spoke of her wheel and banged it. Well, you know what that sounds an awful lot like? The dinner bell. So that bear came running up. I just want to be as warm and as comfortable as you possibly can. How about the second reason? So the second reason is for trading with the Indians. They love the beautiful patterns and colors, especially the blues and the reds. And then the third reason is for burial stripes. 18% of us do die along on this trail, so we'll just wrap it. They were telling us that in Oregon, the land is so fertile because it's so blazing hot during the day and it only rains at night. That if you take your walking stick and plant it in the ground, the next morning, you're gonna have yourself a full-grown apple tree with apples on it. They were.
This is just the upstairs of this museum. This has been really quite a tour. Got some artwork and a whole bunch of quilts in here. And I've certainly got to get a little capture of all these guns. And they even have this chuck wagon area set up for you. They use it mainly for parties and reservations and stuff, but it sure looks like it would be a very fun place to come and try out one of these times. They even have, they play a little video on each individual wagon for you. It's just kind of a slideshow on that. Really quite a neat little place.
The museum that you're in now is a Bear Lake County museum. The things that you see that are in this room are all a donation or a loan by people who have lived here in Montpelier area or in this county. So Montpelier itself started out as a railroad town, and that is why we have the train section first. And as you walk through, you'll also see a section that is the Daughters of the Utah Pioneers. They have their collection, and then there's also just bits and pieces from the rest of the area.
This is the original train board.
Because we no longer have the passenger train. Welcome.
The Daughters of the Utah Pioneers collection right here.
That's what I was going to say. We do that every now and then. They're like, you stay home and round.
Here's a barber chair that I think my dad had one just about like this, it seems like, in our basement when he used to cut our hair back when I needed somebody to cut my hair. Oh yes, and for all you train buffs, they also have a working miniature train going here. They even offer wagon rides, if that's what you're into. And now we're just at the Bank of Montpelier, Butch Cassidy Bank Robbery Museum. This is the vault, and this is the inside of the vault right here. And here's the jail cell. There is an outlaw bone in all of us. Have you found yours? And here's all the information you probably need to know, that unless you've watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid like I have about 40 times, this is where you'll get your information. And of course, Tammy's got to get the souvenir penny for Kate. There it is. What does it look like? All right, she'll be so happy. And here's another display. Well, and we did find a cemetery to stop at. The Burn Cemetery. Don't know if you can, how well you can hear this. You can see the flag waving and the cables are clanking on it. And this is the view from up here on the hill at the cemetery. And my mother-in-law, Renee, every time we come this way, she always asks me, did you guys stop at the Burn Cemetery? And we've always told her no, because she has relatives over here, and the Coons family, which there is quite a few of them in here. So Renee, we did. We finally stopped at the Burn Cemetery. This one's for you. Well, me and Tammy are just headed back up Immigration Canyon right now. We've had a good day today. We've done a couple extra things that we hadn't really planned on doing and that, but they were fun and glad we done them. And so now we're just headed back towards the house, and so I'll probably just wrap this little video up right here. So thanks for riding along with us, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.